Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and we're zoomed in. There's bake under my eyes. This eye is leaking. I mean, it all can only mean one thing, you guys. We have a new selection of eye makeup to look at. I'm sorry, but is this not stunning? This is the third installment of the MAC and Patrick Starrr collab. I am so obsessed. We're going to dive in. This time there was only one box released, and at the very end of this video I will be sure to link a playlist. It has all my other videos that I did on all of his previous collabs and boxes and all that kind of stuff. I have broken down all of his previous launches as well, I believe, down into 2 videos for each launch. So there should be, what, 4 videos? Oh my god, math. But there should be 4 videos. These were, of course, in the first installment. This was the last installment. And then look at this packaging. Am I the only one that's living the best life right now? I know, I went there, but look at that package. I can't. I'm so obsessed. So this is where we are going to be diving in first. And as I said earlier, see this eye? See how much leakage we have going on? I know, it's a thing. It's been doing it for every 10 seconds for the last roughly 700 days. So we're just gonna focus on this eye right now. I'll deal with this eye off of camera and I'll just cry alone later. But until then, just I'm so excited, you guys. I have loved these tiny little things. Now in this kit, which comes with this quad, 2 glosses, and a bronzer, which look at how white I am. Girl, we're going to be testing that bronzer. Let me tell you what, you get the whole kit for $49.50, which, if you think about it, for all MAC products, that's actually a really killer deal, because, I mean, just look at everything you get from MAC, and it's all full size for under $50. That's crazy awesome. And I've actually noticed that the quality was very consistent. I was afraid that it was like, oh, it's MAC, and that maybe they like made the quality worse. Everything I've gotten, everything I have tried thus far has been so great. And I love that as you look at the collection and how he's expanded through each launch, it's like each color arrangement is different. He started off super basic, and then he, you know, moved to those more floral ones, and now he's just got like a totally different summer vibe with this one. And I'm super, super excited. So I did go ahead and I swatched them right here. These are the 2 shimmers in the palette, and then these are the 2 more matte shades. So crease, darkened crease, and then, you know, just two eye pops of color. Now the only downside for me, and this is more of like a personal thing, when you have the skin like I have, it just doesn't accept all the colors. It doesn't always accept every hue. This red color right here tends to look somewhat atrocious on me. So if I use it in little installments, we're going to find out today if it's good, if it'll work or not. But if not, it's just going to look bad, because for some reason, any color red like that, I've tried using them lately and I just can't get away. Even like the berry red, I can't get away with lately. So I don't know what the deal is there, but we're just going to give it all a shot. And we're gonna, yeah, like I said, we're just gonna start here and move through the rest of it, and we'll deal with all of it when we get there. Assuming the position of an annoyed woman with a leaky eye. So if you didn't see it before, obviously this is the front of it. It has this really great, like, bright, vibrant print on it. I love this. But when you open it up, there is no mirror in his little palette. So I'm going to be starting and working these 2 matte shades into the crease. That's what I'll be doing first. It's not super exciting, but that's where we're going to start. We're going to obviously check and see, are they blendable? Are they fabulous? Who knows? And because I'm like a, you know, slightly vision impaired sister, hi, we're going to be using this mirror right here, and we're just kind of holding on to this. For those of you that are curious, by the way, anytime I have a palette that doesn't have a mirror, this is how I hold it. I kind of put it up against, but then I've got this here and I can still see, you know what I mean? It's like I just created my own mirror. That's how I do it. That way I can still hold it, I can still see everything I'm doing, and I'll use it this way. So fun fact if you didn't know. Oh, and this is a Morphe R37 brush, and I'm just using this to more or less fluff that big old light color right on into my crease. At first I wasn't sure, like, do I want to do a halo eye? Did I want to do a spotlight eye? I was super, you know, just, I was super, I don't want to say I was super uninspired, but I was just very like, oh, and I think that red color really kind of caught me off guard. So I'm still not 100% sure. That's why we're just starting with these matte colors and working them in, because I'm not really sure where to go. I think I want to do like a one in the center and pop out the center. That way I can still use that red shade, so I'll know how does it apply, is it good, is it not good, but it doesn't have to be like the statement of the whole eye. Wow, I love that. That's a beautiful crease color. Holy cow. That like fluffed in, so gorgeous. Oh yes. Next up, we're going to be going in with the ColourPop brush. I'm not sure what brush this is, but it's this big. And it's relatively fluffy, but we're taking that dark matte brown shade, and we're going to start popping that right into the outer V. And we're going to keep it low and slow, and then we're going to fan out as we go. But I don't want to just start, you know, doing these big dramatic motions. I want to really keep it tight to the crease. and then fluff it out later, but I don't want this to get away from us too fast. Because this brown is like, I knew it. I could tell when I swatched it. Look how pigmented. Pigmented. Am I the only one that has a hard time with that word? Oh my God. You know what I mean. It has so much pigment. There we go. Let's go with that one. I gotta be honest. I know everyone would say, oh, it's just a matte brown. That is a great matte brown. That is what matte browns are made of in my dreams. And I'm going back in with that R37 brush, and I'm just gonna, no additional product on it. I'm just gonna go ahead and fluff that out now. I think it's important, especially for me, to start doing this step where I, you know, blend the larger crease color and then this darker crease color. It's important that I start blending them together with either a clean brush or a brush that had a lighter color on it, like how this one had that really light crease color, because otherwise my eye is so small this way, it tends to throw the color really far up, like farther than I want it to go. And if I go this route, it really just helps blend and soften that whole moment. And it makes it much more seamless. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, so now I'm going to go in with some of my Urban Decay Eden Primer Potion. This is what I used to prime my eye before I went in with any of these shadows. It's this guy right here. And I also set that with the Coty Airspun, in case you were curious. But I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to cut out a little bit of the center of the eye. And then I think that's how we're going to apply those shimmers on top of it. So I'm going to take, and how do I want to do this? Because at first I was like, do I want to do a spotlight eye? I don't want to do a spotlight eye. No, I'm just going to do a regular in the center kind of eye. Ooh, something a little bit like that. And then as always, I'm going to go in and just dab off the center, the outside of the edges of that center with my finger, just to lightly disperse any of that product that may have gathered up on the edge right there. That can happen whether you're using this type of thing, a concealer, it doesn't matter. It's easy to end up with a gob right there, and then it's not going to blend other shadows on top of it, so just be mindful. And now I'm going to go in with my BH Cosmetics number 7 brush. Y'all knew this one was coming. And I'm going to go back in with some of that matte brown shade, and I'm just going to lightly tap that over the edges on both sides and a little bit on the top of that little cutout we just did, just because we want to make sure that we can keep everything nicely blended. Much better, because I want the cutout in the center. I don't want it to be super intense. I want it to be a more light cut in the center for like that spotlight effect, but without being super rigid. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill in the outermost parts of it with that red color that I said I'm not super like able to wear. And then in the dead center, I'm going to pop it with the more shimmery orange one, which is this guy right here. So these are the two colors we're putting in the center. We're going to work them from the darker to the lighter, just to keep giving the eye that really brought forward effect. And I will be taking these on a flat, this is not the right flat brush. As I was saying, we will be taking these on this tiny little Morphe flat brush. See how small this thing is? I'm using a super small one. You can use any size that you're able to manipulate. My eye is still leaking. But because I have to be so careful with that red color, I'm going in with this tiny little brush just to make sure I don't apply too much. And then as I'm applying this, I'm just taking what little bit is left on the brush and I'm pulling it down over that matte brown shade we already applied, just to help create that blended look without actually blending it, because I don't want to keep disturbing the set that's underneath. Then I'm just taking and I'm wiping that brush off on my hand, and I'm going to use that same brush to go in with the lighter shimmer shade. I'm going to be popping that right in that dead center right there. You guys, these shimmer shades actually look really nice, and I haven't used any dampness, any Fix Plus. I haven't used anything like that, and they're just applying really beautifully. And then I'm going back in again with that BH number 7 brush, and I'm taking just a tiny bit of that matte brown shadow, and I'm going to use that to blend out the outer V one more time. The diagonal's going a little crooked. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. Mine always go this way. Like anytime I do them, this eye will go straight up, this eye always goes woo. It's fine, it's not a big deal. But you guys see what I mean? Like how easy that blended out? I'm super impressed. Wow, that looks really nice. But for the lower lash line, I think we're just gonna go in with this same brush right here, that BH number 7, and we're gonna run, oh, actually first, we're actually gonna remove all this powder because I'm not trying to blend all that powder into my lower lash line. I'm gonna start with that brush and I'm just gonna start working the lighter of those 2 matte colors into that lower lash line. So next up, I'm gonna take this Marc Jacobs liner. This is in the shade Irony, and I'm gonna run that right into that lower lash line, but I'm actually gonna keep it into the lashes. And I'm gonna have it be a little bit messy, as I'm sure you can tell just by the way I'm applying it. And now we are going to take our Royal & Langnickel Balm 18 little smudger brush here. We're gonna go into that matte brown, and essentially we are going to use this matte brown to smudge out as well as set that liner we just put down, because I want it to have like a really nice like deep smoked out effect. And one last time we are going in with that BH number 7 brush and the lighter matte peach shade from this palette here, and we're just gonna blend all of that together one last time. Ooh, hello, let's just ignore that eye. Look at how gorgeous that looks. Oh, I love that. I love that smoky color, and I love that I found a way to incorporate just a little bit of that red, but like not so much that it looks crazy. All right, you guys, it's the time. I'm gonna run along. I'm gonna try to deal with this eye, which I don't even know what we're gonna do over here, but I'm gonna try to figure it out. And when I come back, now it's time to look at some bronzer because my white ass face could use some bronzer. All right, so I got the other eye done. I think they're relatively equal considering what we're working with over here. So now we're gonna run through this bronzer, and you guys, this is very special bronzer. Look at this package. This is the first, I think this is the first kit. Yeah, it is the first kit that he has released that has had a bronzer in it. I think that's so great. I think that's so great because this is like the summery type collection, which don't get me wrong, I don't think the palette speaks very summery, but I think that going into summer, I should say then. There we go. Let's clarify. Going into summer, I think it's great that they put a bronzer in the collection because like it's like bronzery time. And look at that. Oh, and there's a mirror. Oh, well, hello. How great is this? Oh my gosh. Okay, this is, what color is this? Give Me Life bronzing powder. And what color is that? Oh, that's not even that bad. Ooh, all right, so we're gonna go in with the normal Morphe Y1 brush. This is what I use to bronze like every day of my life, you know. It's like what I do. So we're gonna take this and we're just gonna kind of tap around in here. Now we're gonna tap off. Okay, hopefully some of that comes off because, oh God. All right, we're just gonna start real lightly and we're just gonna work that in. Ooh. Oh, okay. All right. We're definitely going to start off a little bit lighter with this because there is some pigment. And when you are pasty, it's very important because you will turn orange very quick. Like that quick, right there. You'll turn orange real quick. So the pastier you are, be mindful. You don't want orange things. You don't want super warm tone things. This is on the brink of being too warm toned for me. But I definitely think it would work good for more medium complexion. I can see where this would be really beautiful. But yeah, if you're a pasty queen, I don't know if this is gonna be your cup of tea, you know? Yeah, she's a little orange. I'm not gonna lie. She's a little bit orange. I'm hoping, there we go. It's bringing it into a little bit more light right now so you guys can see it. A little orange, okay. But you know what? I think, again, if you go light with it, I think you could make it work. I don't know that I would like recommend this exact color. I will find a use for it, but well, tiddlywinks. I thought I pulled out the other MAC blush, but I guess I didn't, so that's okay. We're gonna go in instead with this Pretty Vulgar blush in the shade Make Them Blush, number 18. It's one of their Hush blushes. This is a great blush. I've been using it quite a bit here on my channel as of late. Actually, I introduced it. I will link it up here. The video, what video was this? Oh, the new products where I tested all new face products. So if you're curious, check that out because that's where you will find me using this for the first time. I got this in a BoxyCharm, and with BoxyCharm like things, it's always real hit or miss. Why did I do that? What made me think that that was a good decision? This is what happens when I talk and blush at the same time. But that's the only thing I have against BoxyCharm is like you could get something that's really, really awesome, or the other one that they put in half the boxes was like this bright ass pink color that I was like, I would not use that in 1,000 years. Please, to the love of Jesus, don't let me get that. And thank God I didn't get it. Which, just as a fun side note for you, I always get the one I don't want. Okay, that's much better. And we're going to go in with a little bit of our, just guess, Park Ave Princess palette, these two light colors. I love to take these on what's left of like just my damp beauty sponge. I kind of twist it to a side that doesn't have too much going on. And I love to just take this and like re-brighten this whole area on my face, because I normally just kind of get a little overzealous with other face powders or contour or whatever is going on in my life, my issues, and they usually end up clogging around these more highlighted areas that I want to really bring forward. And so this powder just does such a great job at really clearing those out and making them ready for highlight. And while I'm in this palette, I'm going to take this shade right here, which is Princess Cut. And I'm going to run that just a little bit on the sides of my nose with my Morphe M501 brush. Ooh, just a tiny little bit of snatchification. Ooh, but nothing too crazy. Now for this next product, look at the packaging. Just look at this. I'm obsessed. Like, hold on, I'm grabbing the other one. Like, this is just the cutest, I don't even know. I just love this so much. But this was definitely the splurge of this collection. This is, what is this? The Hot and Heavy face powder, but it's opalescent face powder. I was so confused by this. Like, I pulled it up on the website. It is $34, and it looks like it's currently sold out at MAC, so maybe they have it in stock at like Ulta.com or something. But it says that this is a natural tan with gold shimmer. And in the description it says, go ahead and apply to your face with a fan brush. Because I was like, is this a face powder? Is this a highlight? Like, what are you going to do with this? And I swatched it and then I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's this really beautiful, like light golden-y kind of color. Also the same like nice packaging here, but comes with a mirror, like super cute. I love the presentation. But when I swatch it, it just has like this really kind of light golden sheen right there. So I was like, okay. I grabbed a couple of other highlights. I think they're Becca. Where did they go? Yes, I did bring over a couple of other highlights from Becca if I need to lighten them up, or if I don't get enough of a payoff from this, or if there's any kind of an issue. I do have these on standby, so we'll see about mixing those in when the time comes. But if you don't know, I always set my face prior to applying highlight, so let's do that real quick. Just take some Urban Decay All Nighter. And if you didn't watch any of my previous videos, this card that comes in the box with the Patrick Starrr, this is the one that comes in this box. But I don't care what's on it, it makes the best fan. But we don't want to fan off too much of it now, because we are going to go in with some of this powder here. This is the Morphe M510. Actually, you know what? I want to start with a smaller brush. I'm going to go in with the BH number 12 brush. This is a much smaller brush. I actually think this might be an eyeshadow brush that I have just ruined into becoming a highlight brush. And I've been using this a ton and I really like it. So I'm going to go in with this and I'm going to start applying this just to the upper cheekbone. And we're going to see if it's too dark for me, which, oh yeah it is. Oh, that's way too dark. Do you guys just see that nice swatch of orange on my face? If you were pasty and you were curious, it's way too dark. Way too dark. So instead, we're going to go in with a little champagne pop first. This is also more of a light golden sheen, but I can usually get away with some of this. And then I put a little bit of another one over top of it, and it usually works pretty good. Holy crap, that is so dark. Like, this won't even cover it up. Now, over top of that, I'm going to take some of the shade Pearl, also by Becca, and just to help, again, lighten up that area, because the highlight is supposed to highlight, not turn me orange. Ooh, girl, we are glowing to the gods. It's not perfect, but it's the best we can do. Now, before we run off of camera, there are two other items in the box that you get. This is, of course, the box with the eyeshadow, the bronzer, and then these two lip glasses. I thought it was interesting that it came with two lip glasses, especially when you look at how dramatic the eye is, that there wasn't like a neutral lip. Maybe he didn't do that because he's already included a neutral lip in another palette. I'm not sure. But either way, I love these two lip glasses. They are absolutely Stunsville. I'm just going to go ahead and swatch them for you. So this first one right here is the one with the pink hue, and this is the shade Cream Pie, and these smell, by the way, so good. Oh my gosh. And then this other one on top right here, it's much more warm toned. That is the shade Fashion Punch. Is that right? Yeah, Fashion Punch. And I love the little bit of detail on the lid right here. It has the the collection matching kind of print to the lid of it, which I think is super, super cute. Again, I think these are beautiful, and they are relatively opaque, so you probably could wear them alone. I'm probably going to pop one over like a nude lip just to give me a little bit more opacity in the lip area. But let me run off real quick, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you all my final thoughts about this whole collection. And girl, I got some thoughts. All right, guys, I went ahead. I got everything on, all finished up. I think all things considered, we went on, you know, decently. Now for the lip, just so you know, I went in with the shade Quickie from ColourPop. This is one of the ColourPop Luxe lipsticks, one of the like regular twist up ones. If you don't know by now, I rave about these. I love them, and I never go with like a super nude lip, and so I thought today would be a really good day, especially considering the intenseness of the eyes. And then I just went ahead and I popped the more neutral. This is the Fashion Punch. Why does that always like makes my eyes go cross? But this is the Fashion Punch gloss. I just popped it over top. It's super nice, very comfortable. I love their lip gloss formula. I think it's really great. So let's go ahead and break down what I think of these collections. The first thing that I'm going to get started with is the Opalescent Powder. This is far, far, far too dark for me. I think that if you are a pasty queen, such as myself, this will be a waste of your money. It's 34 bucks. It's good quality. It's beautiful. It's very lit, but I can't wear this. It was actually on the verge of being too dark at all. So I don't even know if this is one that I would be comfortable saying, oh, mix it with another highlight. I tried. I had a difficult-ish time. It's dark for me. Too dark for me. So if you're pasty, I don't know that this is your jam, but it is beautiful if you're a medium skin person. Medium to deep skin tone, I think that you would enjoy it because, again, it's beautiful. It looks nice. The packaging is great. And it's MAC, so you know their stuff is pretty quality, pretty standard. As far as the overall collection for the what you get in the box for $49.50 situation, I think that it's still good quality products. I just don't know that it's super, again, super fair girl friendly. For me, the quad is good. I like the colors in the quad. I think it's great. Is it my favorite quad? No. I think that of all the ones that he has come out with so far, these colors are my personal least favorite, but that's just personal preference as far as the colors that are inside. You know, so that's just me. The bronzer, it's kind of the same thing. I think it's a great quality bronzer. I think it works really well, obviously. But again, I just don't think that it's perfect for my skin tone. The two lip glosses, however, stunning, fabulous, and I love those. So I think for my skin tone, is this the best collection? No. But if it works for your skin tone, I think it's definitely high quality makeup. I don't think you're going to be disappointed getting all these MAC products for under 50 bucks. Because what is that? Is that 4 or 5 products? You get 2 glasses, the bronzer, and the quad. So you get 4 MAC products for under $50, which is great, especially when you consider one of them is a quad and they're all full size. So in that respect, I think they are a great value, again, depending on your skin tone. So you guys, what do you think of like this end look here? Do we love? Because I really like it. I think it turned out really beautiful. Oh, and I did throw on some demi wispies as well. But I really like this look overall. I think it turned out great. I don't know what the hell my hair is doing. It's making like this perfect dome shape around my head. It's like, whoom, like a force field. But you guys, what do you think? Definitely leave that down in the comments. And again, but you guys, that's it for this video. Be sure to leave down in the comments what you love, what you hate, what you think, all that good stuff. What is your favorite part? I believe there is still one more part to the MAC and Patrick Starrr collab. There is going to be one more set, one more something that comes out, and obviously I'm excited because I'm quite the enthusiast. I love Patrick Starrr. I love what he stands for. I love honestly, I love everything he touches. I just think is beautiful. But you guys, those are my thoughts. At the end of this video, there will be a playlist linked with all of the other videos I have done on all of the other MAC collabs, and I've been seeing those pop up on sale here and there, like lipsticks and stuff like that. Why do I tuck my hair? Why would I do that in a video? Probably because my hair looks like this. You guys, I'm just gonna go because I'm looking all kind of crazy, but be sure to leave all your thoughts and everything down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching, and always down in the description box you will find all my other social media handles. I am mainly on Instagram, but you know, who's to say you couldn't find me elsewhere on different occasions. You guys, thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Mac and Patrick Starrr collab. Look at all these pretty packages. Kinda wish some of these shadows would have been blue, but what am I to do but to love them?